Does it? Oh my god. You making a little hungry?
Good evening and welcome to the YouTube channel, How to Get an 800 Credit Score. My name is Lyndon Baptiste and welcome to the channel too also as well. And on this channel we discuss ways for you to increase your credit score, how to get approved for mortgages, for houses, car loans, lines of credit, business and personal, to also as well how to get business funding and ways to travel the world for free. If that is something that sounds of interest to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, then hit the bell for notifications. That way you would never miss a single video here on this channel. And also join our Patreon and sign up for our membership. That way you can experience all of those benefits too also as well. Thank you to all of the people that have joined us in our previous live stream that we did about 3 hours ago, I believe it was. And if you missed that live stream, go ahead and catch it, because we went over a lot of valuable information. It's a review, my review on the Upstart personal loan pre-qualified offer that I received in the mail too also as well. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that video. Maybe you can watch it after this live stream. That'll be great too also as well. So I made some adjustments to our setup. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about the new improved setup. um, so there was a few things that I had to make as far as corrections here to the setup. But after I've made them, I hope you definitely will enjoy them too, as well as you're watching this stream. Janelle, everyone, please give a warm welcome to Janelle, too, also as well. She definitely helps out a lot to answer questions, to recognize people and their comments, recognizing new people and welcoming them to the live chat too also as well. And also I want to mention, if you would like to also help out answering questions here and recognizing comments, welcoming new people to also as well, free to do so. We welcome that with open arms too also as well. Janelle says, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. Yes, welcome back to How to Get an 800 Credit Score live stream. And in today's live stream, we're going to discuss a topic, and the topic is how to get free credit monitoring. That's right, how to get free credit monitoring up to 10 years, okay, from all three credit bureaus. And this credit monitoring service is actually worth a lot, guys. It's worth hundreds of dollars, okay? Hundreds of dollars is worth, and you will be able to get all of this credit monitoring, all of the features, the services, the identity theft protection, everything that comes along with it for free and for up to 10 years too also as well. So we're going to break it down for all of you. We're going to get into it too also real quick with this quick live stream here video. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and jump right into it real quick. I know there's not that many people here in the live stream with us right now. There's 4 people, but I do want to say thank you so much to the 4 of you who decided to join us right now in today's live chat too also as well. So go ahead and like our Facebook page. Is called How to Get an 800 Credit Score. It's named after this channel because on that Facebook page we do share videos and live streams that we make here on this channel too also as well. And so just in case you missed any of the live streams or videos, you can catch them on Facebook too also as well. As you can see, Janelle's doing a little redecorating as we're doing the live stream too also as well. So go ahead and join the Facebook page, and also all of the links to follow me on social media, I put them here on the setup so you can see them. They're to the right of me and on the left hand side of your screen too also as well. So all of these links to follow me on social media can be also found at the bottom of the about section of this channel, too, also as well. If you need to contact me, you have special questions about credit repair or how to increase your credit score or getting you prepared for a large purchase such as a house, a car, or business funding, or traveling the world for free, etc., go ahead and drop me an email. The email address is at the bottom of the screen, too, also as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this new setup too, also as well, and also enjoy this live stream, because this is for all of you, my subscribers, and our viewers too, also as well. We're trying to get you the best quality that we can, that is possible right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump right in, get right into it really quick with you guys right here. I'm going to share my screen, and as I'm sharing the screen, feel free to go ahead and leave your comments. Also, inside of the comment section and the live chat too, also as well, your comments will be recognized as I'm going over the topic too, also as well. So today's topic of this live stream is coming from the Washington Post, which made an article about 3 days ago, and it's called "Don't Count on a Big Cash Payment. Don't count on a big cash payout from Equifax, but still get the free credit monitoring. It's far more valuable." So, in case you guys didn't know, I also included some of the videos that are related to this topic about the Equifax data breach and your benefits and what you can claim in the cards. The cards are located, they're actually at the top, okay, the top corner of your screen. I believe it's the top left-hand corner of your screen. You'll see a lowercase I with a circle around it. You can go ahead and click on that lowercase I with the circle around it, and then you will be able to see a list of videos and live streams that we made concerning that topic on the Equifax data breach. We were actually one of the first channels to make videos about that, to make videos about the update, when a lot of people got all excited about receiving that $125 for free from Equifax. Then all of a sudden we got disappointed when they did an update, and breaking news was found out about the $125 that we're not able to get now, because there's not enough money set aside for $125 payments to each person. So we also found comments left by AOC, which she's a young congresswoman, who said, basically that, and in conclusion, she said basically that the free credit monitoring for 10 years is a better option. Whereas in the beginning, she had said, go ahead and get the $125. But after evidence was found that not enough money is, allocated to giving everyone $125, then she had to backtrack that statement and say that the free credit monitoring is much more valuable and everyone should pick that instead. We also got other evidence from other news sites, and which verified that too, also as well. And we also went and we viewed the court document, the official court document too, also as well, with the lawsuit against Equifax, and the statement that not everyone will get their $125, and only actually 248,000 people will be eligible to get the $125. And since there's more people than 248,000, that payment decreases the more people that sign up for a claim for the $125, and it can decrease all the way down to as little as 21 cents or even lower to 16 cents. And the more people that sign up, that could go down to, you know, less pennies than that. So we have other options though, however, people. So that's why I made this video, you know, as a certain, like a series to the other two videos that I made about the Equifax data breach, to give you guys a better option to also as well. And just in case you already signed up for the $125 payment like myself and Janelle, like we did, we wanted to let you know a new update concerning that just came out. We found out about it 3 days ago from the Washington Post. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this article real quick. Basically, we have a picture of Equifax here from the stock exchange. Looks like it here. And the caption reads, Equifax agreed to a number of remedies for its 2017 data breach, including creating a $31 million cash pot for affected consumers who don't want the free credit monitoring the company has offered. But the Federal Trade Commission is saying not everyone will receive the settlement amount originally promised. Michael Nagel, Bloomberg News. Okay, so this came out August 1st, this article. Now, the devil is always in the details. Such is the case with the recent multi-million-dollar Equifax settlement. In 2017, the Federal Trade Commission alleged that Equifax failed to make a patch in its network after being alerted to the security vulnerability. As a result, people's names, date of births, social security numbers, mailing addresses, and in some cases, driver's license numbers were compromised, putting people at risk of identity theft and other fraudulent activities to also as well. Equifax, without admitting guilt, agreed to a number of remedies, including creating a $31 million cash pot for affected consumers who wanted to obtain credit monitoring on their own. There is also a separate $31 million available to pay claims submitted for time spent dealing with the fraud or identity theft that could have been a result of the breach. Money that people paid for unauthorized charges, freezing or unfreezing their credit files, etc., will come out of the larger pool of money set aside for consumer payouts, according to the FTC. So basically, people, the $125, we're out of luck concerning that. Okay, there's not enough money to pay everybody $125. However, there is still more money allocated for people who have, been impacted to the point where they spent a lot of money on not only credit monitoring services, but also identity theft services, and also freezing their credit and unfreezing their credit, and those type of adjustments that they had to make. There are adjustments, $20 an hour, up to $20,000. So those people who claim that option of the up to $20,000, and using the claim to claim time, that will not be affected because there's a larger pool of money to cover those that compensation. Okay, here are the specifics of the credit monitoring option. For the first 4 years, you get free credit monitoring of your credit reports at all three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Consumers will also get $1 million of identity theft insurance. These insurance services will be provided by Experian. So basically, for 4 years, you get free credit monitoring for all three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. $1 million of identity theft insurance. For the next 6 years, you can opt for free credit monitoring, but only for your Equifax credit report. Okay, and this service is provided by Equifax. If your child was a minor in May 2017, he or she is eligible for a total of 18 years of free credit monitoring under the same terms as for adults. So basically, if you have a child who is a minor, who was a minor back then in May 2017, they can also get the free credit monitoring under the same terms that you get them also as well. Okay. The cash option includes the following: up to $125 if you don't want the free credit monitoring. The up to phasing of the settlement is Equifax financial escape clause in the event that too many affected consumers try to claim the $125. So I like their, the way they phrase that. Financial Equifax financial escape clause, okay, which is pretty much nailed it right there. It is their escape clause because that's their way of getting away with not paying everyone $125. Okay. If you want the cash instead of credit monitoring, you have to certify that you already have a service that monitors your credit file or files. By the way, your own credit monitoring service doesn't have to be a paid product. Free credit monitoring that you might be receiving through a credit card lender or some other company counts too. You have to have the service on the date you submit your claim form and promise you'll keep it for a minimum of 6 months. So the FTC says there has been extraordinary traffic to the Equifax settlement website. More than 4.5 million consumers having visited it since last week when the agency announced the settlement. So 4.5 million consumers went to their website in about a week, okay, over 4.5 million. The public response to the settlement has been overwhelming, the agency said in a FAQ about the deal, because the total amount available for these alternative payments is $31 million. Each person who takes the money option is going to get a very small amount, nowhere near the $125 they could have gotten if there had not been such an enormous number of claims filed. The FTC is now trying to manage people's expectation for how much cash they will get. Okay, so there's another article here about why you're not going to get the $125. But it says here you can still choose the cash option on the claim form, but you will be disappointed with the amount you receive and you won't get the free credit monitoring, the agency said. Knowing that you now are likely to get far less money than you expected, you should switch to the free credit monitoring. You can do that even if you already submitted a claim for cash. So basically what they're saying here, guys, is you can still get free credit monitoring for up to 10 years, okay, on all 3 credit bureaus for the first 4 years, and for the latter 6 years on Equifax only, in the Equifax credit report also as well. So that is the good news, guys, because this credit monitoring that they're talking about, monitoring credit reports on all 3 credit bureaus and scores, that is worth hundreds of dollars, when you consider a 4-year period. Me, myself, I pay for a credit monitoring service right now, and it's called Identity IQ. With my Identity IQ, I pay $32 a month. And so over 1 year's period of time, you would consider that I'm paying at least over $360 for just having the Identity IQ. The reason why I chose Identity IQ as a paid credit monitoring service is because I can monitor all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Using Identity IQ, I can see all 3 credit scores from all 3 of those credit bureaus, 2 also as well. And I can get updates at any time that I want. In other words, I can refresh my credit report anytime that I want. Okay? Even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I can refresh it and I can see at 3 o'clock in the morning today what my credit score is. Or I can see at 3 o'clock in the morning today what my credit report is. On all 3 credit bureaus, it's very thorough and a lot of details there. So it's very helpful to me too, as well as the identity theft insurance that comes along with that too also as well. So if you calculate But $360 per year that I'm paying, guys, which is a rough estimate. That's not an exact number. It's actually a lot more than that. Okay, and you multiply that $360 per year times 4 years. Basically, looks like I'm paying $1,440 over a 4-year period of time. Okay. And to get the Equifax, however, credit monitoring, that there, they're talking about FICO scores, though, which is very valuable. And some credit monitoring services that offer FICO scores, they do charge a monthly fee to also as well. I'm not sure if they charge $31 a month, such as what I'm paying right now. With Identity IQ, but they do charge monthly. I believe I remember that Experian, I believe they charge me somewhere around 20 something, about 20 semi dollars per month to get, to keep track of FICO scoring and things like that. Updated, refreshed credit reports, etc. Like if I wanted to refresh a credit report, I would pay about $20 to refresh and get an updated credit report and score for today or for this exact moment. Okay, so it's worth hundreds of dollars. Okay, so knowing, let's see, what else where are we at here? Knowing that you now are likely to get far less money than expected, you should switch to the free credit monitoring. And you can do that even if you already submitted a claim for cash. Okay, so even if you already signed up for the $125, you can still switch that over to the credit monitoring. And how you can do that, I'm going to let you guys know that in just 1 second. Too, also as well, a large number of claims for cash instead of credit monitoring means only one thing: each person who makes the money option will wind up only getting a small amount of money. Robert Skoczynski, the FTC's Assistant Director for the Division of Privacy and Identity Protection, wrote in a blog post. Okay, so the FTC's blog post kind of confirms all of this information that I'm giving you here, and the Washington Post also is as well. Nowhere near the $125 they could have gotten if there had not been such an enormous number of claims filed. So, if you haven't submitted your claim yet, think about opting for the free credit monitoring instead. Frankly, the free credit monitoring is worth a lot more. The market value will be hundreds of dollars a year. So that basically goes to what I'm saying from my calculations. This thing, it can be worth at least $1,440 for the first 4 years, according to my estimates. The FTC said the settlement administrator will be sending emails to people who submitted a claim for the cash alternative, asking for the name of the credit monitoring service they've gotten on their own. However, the email will also give you an opportunity to switch to free credit monitoring. So what it is they're going to send all of us an email giving us an option to switch over to the free credit monitoring. And if you don't want to wait for that email to receive it in your inbox, then you can just go ahead and contact them and request it via email. Okay, and here's the email address here, guys. I'm just going to highlight it real quick for you all to see. The email address is info@equifaxbreachsettlement.com. I'm just going to go ahead and type that in the comments too also as well, so that way, just in case anyone came a little later to this live stream, you'll be able to see the email that you can email them, and you can also find out how to switch your $125 payment over to the free credit monitoring. okay, for 10 years. Okay, so I'm just going to type that in the comments so that way, and in case any of you are watching this live stream on the replay, I'm just typing a short message here in the comments to let you guys know that this is the email so that you will be able to switch from the $125 payment, right, over to the free credit monitoring. And I'm typing in that in the comments right now as we speak. Okay. So there it is. I just put it inside of the comments, guys, so that way you'll be able to see it. In case you're watching this on a replay, or in case you came a little later, maybe towards the end of the topic, you'll be able to get that link to the email there. So the email is info@equifaxbreachsettlement.com. All you need to do is just send them a basic email requesting that you would like to, that you signed, just letting them know basically that you signed up for the free credit monitoring. No, actually, correction, letting them know that you had signed up, put in a claim for the $125 payment, okay, but you would like to switch over to the free credit monitoring service for 10 years instead, okay, and they will be happy to switch that over, okay. So now back to this article. It says, I elected to get the credit monitoring. I already have 2 other free services because of other data breaches. I already have 2 other free services, okay, but those services will run out in about a year. So that was a smart move on that person's part. Even if I could get the full $125, I figured the monitoring would be more beneficial in the long run. Yes, it would. I agree. Even if you only, took it for 4 years or use it for 4 years. Although there are some limitations to credit monitoring, it's still a level of scrutiny you will need in the future to fight fraud. Credit monitoring does not stop identity theft or other fraudulent activities in your name because you get alerts after something has happened. But with early warning, you can react faster to minimize the damage. Here are the details for the separate pot of money for people who have been victimized or experienced identity theft, even if they can't prove it was the result of the Equifax data breach. Okay? If you had any incidents of identity theft or fraud, Equifax is offering $25 an hour up to a maximum of 20 hours. Okay, guys, so it's not $20 an hour, it's actually $25 an hour up to a maximum of $20 an hour for all the time that you spent dealing with the issue. Okay? Also, on the table is up to $20,000 for documented losses excuse me, and expenses directly related to identity theft. But just like the alternative pot of money for people who don't want credit monitoring, these payments could be reduced depending on the number of claims. If there are too many people seeking payment for time spent, the money will be distributed on a proportional basis, the FTC said. I've had 4 separate incidents of fraud in which I spent hours trying to get charges removed or return merchandise I did not purchase. Okay. Skoczynski said there are still money available under the settlement to reimburse people who paid out of pocket to recover from the breach. Quote, say you had to pay for your own credit freezes after the breach, or you hired someone to help you deal with identity theft, he wrote. The settlement has a larger pool of money just for those people. Okay, and here's another article that you can read. Here's the link about how the Equifax data breach settlement could be better. All right. The total amount Equifax will pay for what it calls the consumer restitution fraud is $380.5 million. Woo, that's a lot of money, guys. This fund includes money the company will spend to purchase the credit monitoring service for consumers and a rebate to people who already have a service in place. Okay. If the money runs out, Equifax will pay up to an additional $125 million to cover people's out of pocket losses. If you haven't done so already, go to ftc.gov/Equifax to find out if your personal data was exposed in the breach. You can also get information on how to file a claim. Okay, so basically, if you haven't done so already, people, you want to definitely go ahead and go over to that website, ftc.gov/Equifax. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and type that inside of the comments too as well. So that way all of you can have that if you're watching this on the replay too also as well. You can be able to go to that website and you'll be able to apply, for your claim, basically. Okay. So I'm typing that here in the comments right now as we speak. So that way you guys will be able to have that link there too also as well. Okay. So I thank you, all of you who have decided to join me in today's live stream. If you have not commented and maybe you just pretty much just was watching and listening, we also appreciate that too also as well. There's plenty of videos that you can definitely check out too also as well. I did some basic previews kind of, and to the right of me here there are video topics that we go over here on this channel. These are not all of the video topics. There are a lots more video topics that we've covered here on this channel too also as well. So I believe Janelle wrote something here on the whiteboard. I'm just going to move out of the way so you guys can see it, because my big head is in the way of this whiteboard here. And I guess it says, "Good afternoon and welcome everyone." It says, "Please hit that thumbs up." Yeah, thank you so much for Janelle's very creative. We really appreciate that, Janelle. You know how you did that. That was really nice of you too also as well. So yeah, again guys, we have many topics that we talk about here on this channel, including what's the first step in credit repair, the first things you should do, is number 1, step number 2, 3, and so forth and so on. As far as if you're new to building credit, if you're looking for a good credit repair service, we have a playlist for that too as well. It's called if you're looking for a good credit repair service, where I give my reviews in one of the videos of my experience with 4 credit repair companies too also as well. And these are credit repair companies that I have used, and which ones did I get the best results from too also as well. I mentioned that, and which ones that I got no results at all from, or little results from too also as well. So you definitely want to go ahead and check out that. Actually, inside of that video, the title of that video is called "Qualities of a Good Credit Repair Service." So that is one video that you definitely want to see for sure. I mean, if you are definitely the type of person that you're looking for, a good credit repair service to go over your credit report, and start removing things off your credit report that are negative, that are affecting your credit too also as well, preventing your credit score from going up as high as it should be, maybe keeping you in the poor credit category when you should be in a good credit category or excellent credit category too also as well. You definitely want to choose a good credit repair service. Okay. and that will help you. Not just take your monthly payments. That will actually help you. Okay, that will work with you too also as well. And I believe a good credit repair service is not only a credit repair service, guys, that only focuses on deleting things off of your credit report, such as collections and late payments, things of that nature, but also a good credit repair company or service, I believe, is one that also helps you to increase your credit score too at the same time. Okay, gives you suggestions. Asks you what your goals are. Why are you trying to build credit? And helps you every step of the way to also as well to accomplish those goals with a credit coach. Okay, so not all credit repair companies do that. Okay, and if they do, delete items off your credit report, get rid of negative items. Maybe they don't do any credit coaching, or maybe they don't help you increase your credit score. Maybe they don't give you good advice that you need, that will help you in the long run to make better decisions, in the future, and help you to implement better strategies in your credit building or your credit building journey. Okay. So again, I want to say a special thank you to all 5 of you. It looks like there's 5 people here with us here right now in the live chat. Welcome to all 5 of you. Thank you so much to all of you for joining, watching, listening. We really appreciate all of you too, also as well. And I want to say thank you to our 1,193 subscribers that we have right now. I really appreciate all of you who have subscribed to this channel, to also as well. Because of you, we were able to pass our milestone of 1,000 subscribers that we needed in order to monetize this channel, so that now we have the ability to accept donations in the form of super chat. So you can send a super chat and support the channel. That way it helps us grow as a channel, make better videos and quality for all of you too also as well. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Pink Lady Barber. Pink Lady Barber, how you doing again? Welcome back again. Pink Lady says, what did I miss? Well, basically, Pink Lady, I'm going to show you the article that we went over here. And this is the article basically that we had went over and discussed. Okay, it is an article coming from the Washington Post. Inside of this article here, it talks about briefly, and I'm going to give you an overview. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to give you the overview of what it is saying by picking out, some of its main points here. Basically, it's reviewing what happened in the Equifax data breach, and also what they offered as the settlement to all of us who have signed up and filed the claim for the $125, or some of us have claimed the free credit monitoring services for up to 10 years, or some people have claimed time that they spent on identity theft services, or freezing or unfreezing their credit, or trying to get services removed, paying for credit repair services to get negative items deleted from purchases that they never made, accounts that they never opened, hard inquiries that were never applied for, that they never applied for, that someone must have applied for in their name, which is basically identity theft. Okay. So this article was basically going over all of that. Okay. And also the Equifax only set out a certain amount of money to pay out the people the $125 each, and only 248,000 people would be able to get that $125 each. But since there is a lot more than that number of people that have filed a claim, that are still filing a claim now, they will no longer be paying $125 to each person. Actually, the payments can get down to as low as 21 cents per person or 16 cents per person, due to the fact that over 4.5 million people have visited the website and put in claims for the $125 too also as well. So it also says that, it explains the free credit monitoring here in this article also, where it talks about for the first 4 years, you're going to get the free credit monitoring of your credit reports at all three major credit bureaus. That's included Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. $1 million of identity theft insurance provided to you by Experian, and also for the next 6 years, you can get more free credit monitoring, but only for your Equifax credit report. Okay, and not all three credit bureaus. So basically, for the first 4 years, you get all three credit bureaus as far as credit monitoring, plus the $1 million of identity theft insurance. For the last 6 years, only Equifax credit monitoring. Okay, and also it covers your children to these benefits. So if you have children and they were a minor in May 2017, then your children can also receive the same benefits that you receive, such as the credit monitoring service too also as well. Okay, so it says here in the article exactly that if your child was a minor in May 2017, he or she, your daughter or your son, is eligible for a total of 18 years of free credit monitoring under the same terms as adults. So that's pretty much awesome. I thought it was that, if you have children, basically they can also get 18 years of free credit monitoring under the same terms, all the same benefits that you get also as well. Okay, so, and it explained the details of the settlement too as well. It's just stuff that we covered before, but basically that if you did not want the $125 cash settlement, then you can get the free credit monitoring service. Okay, and also it goes over other things too, as far as the FTC. They made a blog explaining all the details of it and the reasons why they cannot pay out $125 to every single person, but the free credit monitoring they can do for everybody. Okay, and also some people are claiming time, and they're paying out $25 per hour, up to 20 hours of time that you have lost because you had to deal with that issue due to the Equifax breach. So if you're claiming time, you can also claim up to $20,000 of losses, due to that Equifax breach too also as well. Okay, but that has to be well documented in order for you to receive that too also as well. And they also mentioned at the end of the article, Pink Lady Barber, that if you had already signed up for the $125 and you put in the claim, like Janelle and I did, like her mom did, her parents did, etc., our friends, that we can, it's not too late for us. We can still switch over to the credit monitoring services for 10 years. Okay, then we can have all of our children covered under those benefits too also as well for 18 years. Okay, so that's a good thing, because the credit monitoring that I pay for Identity IQ, for example, I pay about $31 a month for. Over the process of 4 years, I would have paid $1,444. Okay, and that's just Identity IQ, and that's not a FICO score either. Okay, but that is a monitoring service where I can keep track of all three credit bureaus. Okay, so I can see all of my credit reports on all three bureaus. Plus, I can also refresh those credit scores at any time or any day. Okay, unlike even Wallet Hub. Okay, Wallet Hub, they're going to give you updated credit score every 24 hours, but they're not going to update it every hour. Okay, Now, on a contrast, Identity IQ, I can do that every hour if I want to. Okay. Also, I can see all three of my credit reports, all the details, all of my accounts. I could keep track of everything. I get notifications when new accounts are added, like authorized users, credit cards, loans, whatever the situation is. Anything that changes on my credit report, I get notifications of that too, also as well. I also get identity theft insurance and protection, all of these things with Identity IQ. Um, but for 4 years, I'm going to be paying $1,140 out. Okay. And as far as FICO scoring, credit monitoring services, I have paid to Experian about $25 per month. So that would probably be close to the amount that I pay for my Identity IQ. But that is a FICO score. Okay, and if I wanted to get a credit report from all three credit bureaus with them, I would have to pay an additional amount. I believe it's like another $20 or $25 for each report. Okay, and if it was a updated report, then that would be great, but it would still be $25. Okay, so that's just for 4 years. All right, so you can imagine 10 years, of free credit monitoring services there, how much that would be worth. And pretty much I'm seeing that it's worth hundreds of dollars, pretty much. Over $1,000 is my estimate. So I think, the free credit monitoring service is the way to go. That's a better option there. And all of you can get it pretty much. I think that most people can qualify for it if you are using credit cards currently. Okay. Or, if you're using credit cards currently and you have credit cards that report to Equifax or accounts that report to Equifax, I believe you can qualify. I'm not saying that everyone will qualify, but most people can. Pink Lady Barber says, that's cool. Will you switch to the monitoring service then? Yes, I will. What they're going to do basically, Pink Lady, is they're going to send all of us, me, Janelle, all of us who have put in a claim for the $125, they're going to send us all an email giving us the option to switch over to the free credit monitoring for the 10 years if we want that, or if we don't want to wait for that service, then I have put the email address to the Equifax breach settlement so that you can also send them an email. If you don't want to wait for them to email you, you can send them an email and request that to switch you over to the free credit monitoring service. And that's info at equifaxbreachsettlement.com. I put that inside of the chat too also as well. If you scroll up the screen, if you scroll through the comments in the chat, you should see it. I also put the link to the FTC's website, and that is where you can also find out if you have been affected personally, or if you were impacted, or if any of your personal information was exposed during this breach. It will tell you. It will tell you, yes, you have been impacted, or it will tell you, no, it has not been impacted too also as well. Okay. Pink Lady Barber says, any idea what monitoring service is going to be? Yes, it's going to be an Equifax monitoring service. Okay. But Equifax, for the first 4 years, even though it's offered from Equifax, you're going to be able to monitor all three credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, for the first 4 years. Okay. Now, after that, for the next 6 years, you're going to be able to monitor only Equifax, only your credit reports, your credits, anything having to do with your credit reports. Okay. So it's going to be Experian. Okay. What it's going to be up to 10 years. Basically, for your children, however, it's going to be 18 years. Okay. For you, it's going to be up to 10 years. Okay. if you have you already put in your claim yet, Pink Lady Barber? Because if you did, then that's great. Uh, all you need to do is email them. If you already signed up for the free credit monitoring service, then that's not a problem. Then all you need to do is wait until you get your free credit monitoring from them. Okay, but that seems like to me that's a pretty much guaranteed thing there. The credit monitoring service. Okay, so that right there, you can pretty much count on that. It was only the $125 thing, and $125 payments that they cannot pay out to everyone. Okay, Pink Lady Barber says, no, I have not. Okay, so basically, Pink Lady, all you need to do is you would have to go to this website here. I'm thinking I'm going to put it, I might as well just put it up on the screen here so that way you can see it. Let's see, is this link actually, yeah, this link works. Okay, great, awesome. I'm just clicking on this link and I'm typing it also in the comments is ftc.gov / Equifax. Okay. Oh, it's FTC. That's not an E. It's FTC. Okay. FTC .gov / Equifax, and that's pretty much that's the link there to file the claim. So if you can see my screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. Again, if you can see my screen clearly, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of the comments. Janelle says number 1. Thank you so much for that, Janelle. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know Janelle can see it on a flat screen here. We're both watching it together. Okay, so that is the website there on your screen. Pink Lady Barber types number 1. Okay, thank you so much for that, Pink Lady. So that is the Equifax data breach settlement site. This is the Federal Trade Commission, okay, which protects America's customers. So basically, this is the link to file the claim. You would just click on that link, and then from there, it would ask you, questions. You want to select the free credit monitoring service. Okay, that's basically what you need to select. But you need to click there and see if you have been affected. Okay. So basically, I'm going to read some of this. In September of 2017, Equifax announced a data breach that exposed the personal information of 147 million people. The company has agreed to a global settlement with the Federal Trade Commission, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and 50 U.S. states and territories. The settlement includes up to $425 million to help people affected by the data breach. Okay, if your information was exposed in the data breach, you can file a claim at EquifaxBreachSettlement.com for the benefits described below. Not sure if your information was exposed? Use this lookup tool to see. So there's the link here for the lookup tool right here, and you click on that to see if your information was exposed. In other words, if someone stole your social security number, if someone stole your credit card numbers, if someone stole your address and personal address information, credit limits, whatever the information that they did steal from you, okay, that they had stored in their Equifax database. Okay, this is the tool to click on that to see. So you can file a claim here for a few things here. The first thing is the free credit monitoring and identity theft protection services, what I had just talked about, we've seen in the article from the Washington Post. You can get up to 10 years of free credit monitoring. Previously, a cash payment was identified as an option, but there are limited funds available. So, like we just went over there in the last article from the Washington Post, if you claim the $125 payment, you will not receive the entire $125.
You get what,
Okay, you may be lucky if you receive 21 cents out of that,
Definitely.
because there's too many millions of people filing claims right now,
Covered.
and there's not enough money from Equifax to pay out every single person $125. Not only that, but the 10 years of free credit monitoring is worth um, a lot, way more than the $125. So it says here up to 10 years of free credit monitoring. Previously, a cash payment was identified as an option, but there are limited funds available, and they have frequently asked questions. Here, the link right here for the FAQs, where you can get further details. And the free credit monitoring, it includes 4 years of free credit monitoring of your credit report at all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, plus $1 million of identity theft insurance, and 6 years more. So you get 6 years more of free credit monitoring of your Equifax credit report. Okay. And also, if you were a minor in May 2017, you're eligible for a total of 18 years of free credit monitoring. Okay. Cash payments capped at $20,000 per person. So basically, if your children were affected by this too, also they can get benefits for 18 years of free credit monitoring. Okay, cash payments are capped at $20,000 per person. So the limit is $20,000 that each person can claim for cash payments. Okay, for expenses you paid as a result of the breach, like if you had losses from any unauthorized charges to your accounts, if you had to freeze or unfreeze your credit report, if you had to pay for credit monitoring, also money that you paid to professionals like an accountant or an attorney, other expenses like notary fees, document shipping fees, and postage, mileage, phone charges, all that's included in your costs. For the time spent dealing with the breach, you can be compensated $25 per hour up to 20 hours. There are limited funds available, so your claim may be reduced. Okay, so again, there's limited funds available, so that's why the cash option is really not a good option. The $125 payment option is not a good option either. But they did say that there's more money set aside from Equifax that Equifax has set aside to pay people who are claiming time. Okay, not the people that are claiming the 100 and that want to receive the $125 payment, but the people that are claiming time, the $25 an hour up to 20,000, those people. Okay, if you submit a claim for 10 hours or less, you must describe the actions you took and the time you spent doing those things. If you claim more than 10 hours, you must describe the actions you took and provide documents that show identity theft, fraud, or other misuse of your information. So that part would have to be fully documented. Okay, to receive the free credit monitoring service, however, you don't have to document much or little or anything at all, actually, to get the free credit monitoring. Okay, for the cost of Equifax credit monitoring and related services you had between September 7th, 2016 and September 7th, 2017, capped at 25% of the total amount you paid. So even if you do not file a claim, you can get free help recovering from identity theft. For at least 7 years, you can get free identity theft restoration, identity restoration services. Okay, that's where they're going to help you recover your identity. If you discover misuse of your personal information, call the settlement administrator. This is their phone number here. You will be given instructions for how to access free identity restoration services. Also, you can get free credit reports for all U.S. consumers. Starting in 2020, all U.S. consumers can get 6 free credit reports per year for 7 years from the Equifax website. Okay, so that's awesome. This is something new that I'm learning and Janelle's learning too, by simply visiting the FTC's government website here. As of next year, you're going to be able to get 6 free credit reports per year for 7 years from Equifax. Okay, that's in addition to 1 free Equifax report plus your Experian and TransUnion reports you can get on annualcreditreport.com, which we already get right now. All of us get 1 free every year. Okay, you can sign up for email updates here by clicking on this link to get a reminder in the beginning of 2020. Okay, so these here further down the screen are frequently asked questions. When will the claims process start? January 22nd, 2020. So in a few months. What's the deadline to file a claim? January 22nd. Pink Lady Barbara says, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, Pink Lady, it is pretty good. It's a lot of benefits. When these companies here, Pink Lady, when they have people break into their computer systems like hackers and steal people's personal information, like steal people's social security numbers, steal their credit card numbers, they steal their personal addresses, their physical addresses, their business credit card information, their business EINs, all of these personal information, Pink Lady, a lot of these companies, they go ahead and offer these kind of benefits for free, as a way of them compensating all the people who have suffered losses by having their identity stolen from them, So Capital One actually was the other data breach that happened after, I believe it happened after this Equifax breach. We also have made a live stream about that, the Capital One data breach, too, also as well as here on this channel. And Capital One, they're talking about it. They're going to be, pretty much compensating people who have had their identities stolen too, also as well, from the Capital One data breach too. So it's kind of interesting, all these data breaches that are happening, Pink Lady, but, I guess people benefit when bad things happen to some people. Sometimes other people benefit in good ways. I'm not saying that bad things should happen and continue to happen, but that's pretty much the reality of it that I see. I have noticed, and there's always a brighter day when there's, a rainy day. So that's what I've always noticed. So these are more frequently asked questions here as you scroll further down the screen. But my suggestion, Pink Lady, is, don't sign up for the $125 payment, because it's possible that you may not receive it. Okay. And also, the better option is the free credit monitoring. Okay.
She needs to see if she was affected first.
What you say, Janelle?
She needs to go ahead
Speak
and
up.
sign up and see if she was part of it first before she taking that stuff.
Yeah, what Janelle was saying, in case you did not hear, because it's hard to hear her,
I can't with the cat over here.
because one of our cats is sitting in her chair. But what she's trying to say is you need to click on that link that I had showed you. See, it's up here at the top. This lookup tool here, where you can see whether or not you were affected by this Equifax data breach. And if you were affected, then you can go ahead and you can sign up for the free credit monitoring. Okay. But I guess it says even if you did not file a claim, even if you do not file a claim, you're still entitled to free credit reports, where you can get 6 free credit reports every year for 7 years from Equifax. Okay. So there's a lot of benefits here to this. There's definitely a silver lining, to this Equifax data breach. Not too many people have actually made videos covering this topic. I believe one person Credit Shifu made a video about this, but he did not go into like full detail about it. He just mentioned like one thing that no one really knew about this Equifax data breach settlement offer about the cash payment. But I don't think he mentioned all the other things, all the other details, like the free credit reports for 7 years, where you can get 6 free credit reports from Equifax, the identity restoration services, to also if you are a minor, that benefit that you can get 18 years of free credit monitoring. He didn't mention all of those details because he pretty much made a short video, so he wasn't able, which I understand, he was not able to mention all the details of it. When you only make like a 5 minute video, it's very difficult for you to go into full depth and explain everything in that 5 minute video. But I was able to do that here in this live stream. Thankfully, Janelle helped me out a little too also as well. Big thank you to Janelle for doing that. Pink Lady Barber says will do. And Pink Lady says, when you log into Capital One now, there is a link saying click here to learn more about the cyber incident. Oh, okay, that's interesting. At Capital One, there is a link there that tells you can learn more about the incident. So that pretty much what Capital One is doing there, Pink Lady, is they're trying to let the public know about this data breach that happened to Capital One. That's a separate incident than the Equifax. Okay, the Capital One is more recent, and actually the person who hacked into Capital One was caught and imprisoned too also as well. And I believe they're going to be going to away in prison for a very long time. They're just caught red-handed. There's no way that person can get out of this. I've seen the article, I've seen the evidence they have against that person, and it's just, that person might as well just move into the prison, and live there. I wouldn't say for the rest of their life, but at least for the next 5 or 10 years. That's going to be their residence, their permanent residence for the next 5 or 10 years. Okay. But I believe that Capital One may be going through the same process as Equifax did, since they had their data breach back in 2017, where they will, there's going to be pretty much a big lawsuit involved, a lawsuit against Capital One, and then Capital One is going to have to pay out all this money, excuse me, or benefits to the people who were affected. So now I believe that a lot of people could have been affected by that Capital One data breach, because even if you do not own a Capital One credit card, you still could have been affected if you had applied for a Capital One credit card in the past. If you have an inquiry, a hard inquiry from Capital One on your credit report, you could have been affected. Okay? All of those things could affect you. It might even be able to affect you if you're an authorized user on someone's Capital One card. I don't know that for a fact, so I'm just saying maybe. It's possible that you could be affected. Okay, so don't quote me on the authorized user thing. For that one, I would have to do a little more research, because that is a question that I would like to know. What if you're an authorized user on someone's Capital One card? Okay, and Capital One just recently had a data breach. Is it still a possibility that you could have been affected by that data breach? Is it a possibility that your social security number or your date of birth could have been stolen? I believe, in my opinion, I believe it is a possibility, because a lot of times when you sign up, when you become an authorized user on someone else's credit card, and they have a Capital One credit card, they have to call Capital One and over the phone and tell them your date of birth and your social security number and your first and last name, okay, your information. I'm not sure if they have to tell them your address, but I know those two things are definitely needed the social security number and the date of birth too also as well. Actually, I could actually let me look into that a little bit because I know I just been recently added on to someone's Capital One credit card, and no, they did not ask me. Only thing they asked me for is my social security number and my date of birth when they added me on as an authorized user to their card. So it is a possibility, even if you're an authorized user, okay, you could still have been affected. If you applied for any Capital One credit card, even if it was a secured credit card in the past, and you did not accept the card for whatever reason, or you were denied credit from Capital One, then there's a possibility your personal information could have been compromised. Okay. As far as if you had checked at the pre-approval site for Capital One, I'm not sure if your identity could have been compromised that way, but I know they do ask for information about your identity when in their pre-approval website also too as well. Okay, so that may be a possibility. All right. um, Pink Lady Barber says they say that they will be doing free credit monitoring and identity protection for those who have been affected also. Okay, so Capital One is going to be doing that too. So, I wouldn't be surprised, if all these benefits start, you're gonna be able to get free credit monitoring from Capital One, identity theft protection. Plus, you're going to be able to be getting all this free credit monitoring for 10 years from Equifax. So, guys, we're pretty much going to be set with credit monitoring for a long time, pretty much. Pink Lady Barber says if you want to call them, you can call 1-800-227-4825. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Pink Lady. Really appreciate that there. So that's the number to call. And, if any of you are watching on the replay, you're sitting there and you're watching this live stream, that's the number to call to check for Capital One to see if you have been affected by this Capital One data breach. It's 1-800-227-4825. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that, Pink Lady Barber.
She should join us.
Yeah, Pink Lady. What did you say, Janelle?
I think she should join us. She's doing same thing I do, answering questions, doing the research. So
I know there's not too many people here right now, and there's nobody to really answer questions to because there's not too many people in here. Usually on a Sunday, there's really not too many people in here. On Saturdays it's a different story. Fridays, days of the week, weekdays. I guess it depends on the time too. Also as well. And Pink Lady, I wanted to ask you, Pink Lady Barber, we did put up a new, looks like a new slideshow there on the side of your screen where it says video topics on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen or of this video actually. You should be able to see it. It says video topics. What do you think about that? Do you think it's something we should keep on there for our subscribers and our viewers too also as well, Pink Lady? Because the reason why I put that up there, Pink Lady, is because I wanted people to be able to see that what topics we have covered, what videos we have done, about credit, improving your credit score. We've done videos about travel. One video about traveling, how to, get introduced to, what is the first thing to do to begin earning points towards traveling for free. If that is a goal that someone might have, to travel the world for free. We made one video on that topic too also as well. And, a lot of our videos that we have on the channel, because we have over 60 videos right now that we've made. We just started our channel. Yeah, we have about 60 something videos right now. Janelle said, yeah, we can't put them all But we could put them all if we had enough previews there, like we have there, covers or thumbnails for each
I
one.
like it though.
We could put them all up there so that way people could see the video topics that we talked about here on this channel already. And in case they have some questions about credit or how to build credit, they want to learn about a specific topic, then they could always look to the left of their screen and they could say, oh wow, these are the topics that they have covered here on the channel. And that way you don't have to leave the live stream to do so. Pink Lady Barber says, yes, it's very nice, and a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pink Lady. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoying that. Janelle says, I like it a lot. It's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that also, Janelle. I really appreciate that too also. So I'm just going to go ahead, now that I've shared that with you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go back up onto our other screen here that we had before we shared our screen with you. And as you can see, all the links to follow me on social media are to the right of me or to the left of your screen. I did not put my Facebook profile on there, but it's easy to find that you can go to the bottom of the about section of this page. You'll be able to find that link, and you can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on all of those social media networks too also as well. If you have a quick question for me, and we're not in a live stream or anything, you can definitely contact me on Facebook Messenger. Okay. Pink Lady Barber says, I like the display. It looks good. Okay, thank you so much, Pink Lady. I appreciate you for saying that too also as well. So yeah, a lot went into that, Pink Lady. The design. It took a lot of work to do that. We've been working on it pretty much, how long, Janelle? Like all this week, pretty much. We've been working on this. Yeah, all this week. And Janelle said, yeah, it was a pain in the butt. And yes, it was a pain in the butt for sure. And Janelle wrote this little display here on the board. It says, good afternoon, welcome. Please hit that thumbs up button if you can see that there. So yeah, we've been hard at work on this channel, doing a lot of updating, improving the channel, the video quality, the live streams, all of that too also as well. So I'm glad you guys were able to enjoy that. Pink Lady Barbara, I'm glad you were able to enjoy it too also as well. So Pink Lady, if there's any other topic you would like us to discuss that we have not discussed or talked about already, we will definitely do a topic for you. Not a problem, Pink Lady Barber, because we do plan on doing more videos today. Actually, as many videos as we can squeeze in today, with the time that we have available today, because I know tomorrow is a work day for me, and I'm sure it's a work day for you also, Pink Lady Barber. So a lot of us are going to be pretty busy, at work tomorrow. Pink Lady Barber says, I appreciate all of your hard work at How to Get an 800 Credit Score and at Janelle Leone. Thank you so much for that, Pink Lady. Yes, it's a lot of hard work. Definitely a lot of work goes into that. That's why I pretty much understand, when people like Dwayne from How to Build Credit TV, sometimes I'll ask him, hey, Dwayne, why don't you do a video about this? Why don't you do a video about that? And he tells me it's a lot of work, and which I really, before I started this YouTube channel, I really didn't understand, exactly what he meant by that. But now, now that we started our YouTube channel, we pretty much understand that a little better, the hard work that you got to put into a YouTube channel.
Just to remind her, she does not work for a barbershop.
Okay, so Pink Lady Barber says, not at the barbershop. Oh, okay, so you don't work at the barbershop, Pink Lady Barber. Okay, so everyone, in case you're watching this, Pink Lady Barber does not work at the barbershop. Okay, that's just her name on YouTube, Pink Lady Barber. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pink Lady. Pretty much everything is on the screen. You know, the Patreon membership. If you're watching this on a live replay, then, you know, feel free to join our Patreon, become a Patreon, and enjoy all the benefits of help with credit repair, increasing your credit scores, help with purchasing a house, getting approved for the lowest payments, also as well, lowest payments on car loans, personal lines of credit, business lines of credit, personal and business loans, and traveling the world for free, and have a credit coach with you every step of the way. And you're interested in those things, go ahead and become a member of our Patreon. The link is also at the bottom of the About section of this channel too, also as well. And if you like those things and those are your goals that you'd like to accomplish, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Smash the bell notifications and select all notifications. That way you'll never miss a single video as we make them here on this channel too, also as well. Pink Lady Barber says on Mondays, yes, we're always there every Monday in Dwayne's live stream over there at How to Build Credit TV. I believe it's 7 p.m. Central Time also as well. Our live streams for our channel are every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time. So that is our time for our channel too, also as well. So if you're watching this on a replay, do join us every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Central Time too, also as well. Pink Lady Barber says, I do own a barbershop, LOL. Oh, okay. And Janelle says, oh, LOL, then maybe we can get you to do our hair. Oh, wait, Lyndon have no hair. LOL. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have any hair right now because I shaved it off, but you know, I plan on doing another transformation for all of you also in the near future. What exactly I'm going to do, if I'm going to do something with my hair or my beard or anything like that, I would definitely, well, I'm going to save that for a surprise for you guys. It's not going to be like right now, like anytime soon, but it will be. You know, as soon as I set aside enough time for it, it will be done.
I'll definitely have mine
Okay.
done too.
Janelle says she's going to have her hair done too.
I know
Okay.
too what.
So thank you to all of you. Thank you. Special thank you to Pink Lady Barber for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you with us in our live stream. We enjoyed our time with you, Pink Lady Barber. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've been watching and, you know, listening along, thank you to all of you who have watched and listened along with us for the entire live stream too, also as well. I want to say a special thank you to Janelle also as well for helping us recognize people here in the live stream, answering questions, making comments, recognizing people. Thank you so much for joining too, also as well. So again, this has been another live stream here on how to get an 800 credit score. Thank you so much for joining. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned. We'll be making more videos today. And until then, we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.